and gentlemen, it's the moment you've all been waiting for.
Have a legendary weekend.
Hello! So much stuff to cover.
Whoa, things just got real. Ladies and gentlemen, BlizzCon love is in the air.
It's pretty cool.
I'm speechless.
Who's gonna take it all? That is the story of right now.
Ladies and gentlemen out there, are you ready for the grand finals?
Give it up one more time for your world champion!
World champion, Rowe!
Be good to one another, have fun, welcome home.
We come from China.
From Stockholm, Sweden.
Sydney, Australia.
Huntsville, Alabama.
Allez la France!
There are no strangers at BlizzCon, only friends you haven't met yet.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the All Access channel for the epic event of the year, BlizzCon 2018. I'm Alex Albrecht, joined once again by Michelle Morrow and Malik Forte. We are coming to you live from the Anaheim Convention Center for the next 2 days to bring you all the big announcements, the developer panels, the talent and costume contest, and of course the closing night festivities, which this year, for the first time, is going to feature 3 different musical acts. They were like, let's put more stuff in.
They're like, let's give choice to people, which is really cool, actually. And we'll also be sitting down with some of your favorite Blizzard executives and developers to dig even deeper into what's coming up in the months ahead for every franchise in the Blizzard universe. And if you guys have a question for us or any of our guests, for the first time, you're going to be able to ask it in a different way than normal. More on that in just a little bit.
Indeed, indeed. And it wouldn't be BlizzCon without epic esports action. So I'll be following every tournament on every stage to bring you updates all weekend long. The All Access channel is truly your one-stop destination for the very best of BlizzCon. So stick with us, and you'll never miss a moment at all.
I can't wait for esports this year, man. There's a lot going on.
A lot of stuff going on this year.
That's true. And before we kick things off, guys, we want to give a big BlizzCon welcome to all of our international fans who are tuning in from all over the world to be with us today. BlizzCon, it's truly become a global event, which is why we're now offering for the very first time ever translation in 7 different languages, because players from over, I think it's like 180 countries have been tuning in. We're hoping that even more come from last year.
Yeah, I'm just going to pre-apologize to all the people live translating whatever it is that I'm about to say.
He's a rap god.
I was like, this is not going to go well for
Good
anybody.
luck with that.
All right, we are obviously all thrilled to be back at BlizzCon once again. But if you think we're excited, check out the scenes just a few minutes ago when the doors flew open and thousands of Blizzard fans rushed into the Anaheim Convention Center. This was an epic year.
Yeah, so many people just waiting outside.
This is it. They were waiting all year for this moment. And they finally unleashed the horde, literally and figuratively.
Wow, goodness gracious. I don't think I've seen a terrace that full. Ever.
Ever.
Oh, no.
It was crazy.
So everybody was like kept back and like waited.
I mean, look at this. It is literally a sea of humanity. All
And
trying to get in
everybody
line
was kind of
as fast as they
dispersed all
can.
over to the different stages this year. There's so many different places to watch this.
Indeed.
This place is huge.
Dude, there's so much to see at BlizzCon. And to give you guys an idea, BlizzCon covers about 1.2 million square feet of space inside the Anaheim Convention Center. That's 21 football fields.
That is crazy.
And you know what? Let's actually take a look at how that is all laid out with our good BlizzCon.
Well, there's us right there.
We got this cool interactive map. There's the Mythic stage. What's going on, Mythic stage? What's
up, you guys?
The World Championship Arena World Championships for WoW here, and also where the Mythic Dungeon Invitational is happening.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Then we have the Heroes of the Storm, where the HGC Finals are going to happen.
Yeah.
Very much looking forward
I keep hearing people like get loud. How about the StarCraft 2 World Championship Series?
Yeah. And of course, the Big Daddy Overwatch World Cup over in the arena.
My baby.
There's the Hearthstone Global Games is happening over at the Hearthstone area. And then, of course, they've got the Darkwind Fair, but this is where Epic Stage and Legendary Stage are going to be.
Right.
A lot of panels going on all
Pin
over this
collecting,
convention.
some voiceover stuff.
my
lots
face
of cool
painted
stuff.
again.
I'm telling you, you got to get your face painted again.
If I can, I'll definitely make it
Yeah,
happen.
bright wings.
Diva 76?
Yeah.
Diva 76 from last year, guys.
Involve it.
All right, well, let's take a look at some of the panels we're going to be showing you today, starting off with the Mythic Stage.
I mean, first off, straight into Diablo, what's next?
Alex is very
Color this
excited.
Diablo fan,
Of course.
very excited.
Yeah, Alex has
Yeah.
been waiting many BlizzCons for some big Diablo news, so he's really excited for that. I'm stoked about what's going on with World of Warcraft because I need some quality of life stuff in there. I wanna
Well,
know about.
and speaking of World of Warcraft, at Legendary panel at 2, we're seeing Voices of War, Horde versus Alliance.
yeah.
Alliance.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then 4:15, we have the Battle for Azeroth cinematics. I'm looking forward to that as well.
How about the gear store? I want to know what's
Yes.
going on there. Can we just go shopping, please?
Over at the Epic panel, you know, one of the things that we've always talked about, our favorite things of all the Blizzard games, is the score.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I've been listening to the score just like sitting down and watching on the couch. You know what I
Being
mean?
at home is the best.
So at 12:30, they're going to go behind Blizzard's music, which will be cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Lots of really great stuff.
Yeah.
Indeed. In addition to bring you guys coverage of the content panels, we'll also have guests dropping by the All Access Blizz Couch all weekend long.
The
So let's
Blizz
take a look.
Couch.
Who's stopping by today? We got J Albrecht.
Jab,
Yeah.
Hit
who's
us up.
going to be the new president of Blizzard Entertainment, coming by the
Yep.
Blizz Couch. And after that, we've got Jackie Kraft Panzer and Darren DePaul, who are hosting Community
Yeah,
Night
because the
this year.
community night is going to be a little different this
Little
night, so we're going to
different.
get some info on that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Ian Hazakosis. I mean, come on, let's just, if we could just grab him and have him tell us all the secrets about what's going on in WoW, that would be good for everybody, I think.
I'm looking forward to that very much.
Now that you know who's going to be stopping by, start to think about what you'd like us to ask them, because you'll have the opportunity to submit questions for all of our guests by tweeting them to us using the hashtag BlizzCon. And if you have any questions or comments for us, you can also use hashtag BlizzCon for that as well. Very social this year.
It is.
Very
It's
much.
very social. We're actually listening to everybody and be able to use your questions. And just a reminder, right now, you guys are watching our free preview. It only lasts until 12:30 p.m. Pacific. So if you want to continue watching, you're going to have to get the BlizzCon virtual ticket, which is conveniently available on BlizzCon.com.
That's good. I'm glad they put it there. That seems like where you would put it.
But the virtual ticket purchase is going to unlock the whole BlizzCon experience, so you'll have access to every stage and every panel here in the Anaheim Convention Center.
Yeah, it's a
So you can go
lot of
everywhere you
stuff.
want.
It's a lot of stuff.
And also included with every virtual ticket purchase, bonus in-game items for every franchise in the Blizzard universe, and instant access to the entire library of on-demand video content up now on BlizzCon.com. These videos cover everything from concept art to cosplay to interviews with your favorite Blizzard personalities, and the only way you can see them all is with the BlizzCon virtual ticket.
I think there's like 50 videos on.
Yeah,
Different
right
videos.
now.
It's
It's
a
huge.
lot
Right
of
now.
content.
A ton of it.
But guys, there's one more perk we want to tell you guys about. This is it's amazing. For the first time ever,
Good.
all virtual ticket holders will be able to play a BlizzCon demo from home.
That's crazy.
It's the World of Warcraft Classic demo, the exact same demo the BlizzCon attendees will be playing right over there later today on the show floor. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Except for y'all don't have to wait in line like
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
else
Just
does
hop in and
here.
play.
They kind of get a little bit sweeter. They don't have to wait in line. They can just
Yeah.
go straight to the game.
Get right
Perfect.
back into the nostalgia. And no matter how you guys want to experience BlizzCon, whether you're here with us today or you're watching from home, you're going to want to download the new and improved BlizzCon mobile app. It's actually available on iOS and Android, and it's been completely revamped for BlizzCon 2018. Features include casting to your favorite screen.
I've been waiting for
with
this
AirPlay.
for so long. AirPlay
Yes.
and Chromecast,
Yes.
right?
Chromecast.
Sorry,
Yes,
Chromecast.
Get it right, Alex.
Yes, it is.
A purely branded Chromecast.
You also have that cool show floor to navigate, which we
Yeah.
saw, and you can watch the videos that Malik was talking about on BlizzCon.com. And what I really like is you can actually create your own viewing experience. So
Yeah,
you can create
that's
your
cool.
own schedule, so that way you get to see all the different panels that you want to see.
Yeah, it's really cool. People who are actually here can utilize it. If they're doing one thing like waiting in line for for a game, they can watch panels and they can
Absolutely.
organize their schedule and stuff like that.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, and if you can combine the mobile app with your virtual ticket, you can really buff your BlizzCon experience by unlocking full access to all BlizzCon video content, live streams, first dibs on BlizzCon loot, and much more. So get it now wherever you download your apps. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, by the way,
Go.
I feel like they've really been pumping the tech this year. Like
Yeah.
they pumped the tech big time
Yeah.
because we've also got some exciting news for you watching at home. BlizzCon TV has arrived to Apple TV and the Amazon Fire TV, bringing the BlizzCon experience into your living room. So it's
Everywhere.
got free videos and esports, but you want to make sure that you never miss a moment. Pick up the virtual ticket, upgrade your viewing experience with even more video content. I just love that they're like,
Yeah.
you want to watch BlizzCon?
Here's the
all
ways.
the ways.
Yeah.
They're
I mean,
the
it's
only
really-
one they're missing is like the Samsung TV front. You know what I mean?
You know, we're
Or like
really
the
living-
fridge.
The fridge, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
The fridge.
That's what I meant.
I mean, we're
Cast
really
it to
living
your
up-
fridge.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like we're really living up to our name, though. This is all access for real.
This is totally
is.
all
Yeah,
access.
finally,
For
yes.
Sure.
I love it. Also this year, guys, on the All Access channel, we're going to be having hashtag battles. This is where all weekend long, you guys are going to tell us what you think about BlizzCon on whatever social media platform you frequent the most. So first up, what are you most excited to see at this year's BlizzCon?
I'm
Here are the
excited to see how this
hashtags.
goes.
Yeah.
We're going to do hashtag BlizzCon reveals, hashtag BlizzCon panels, hashtag BlizzCon esports.
That's my vote.
I know it is, for sure. Or hashtag community night. See if you're on Malik's team or if you have any of the rest. And after
I feel like I've gotta be
the show,
reveals.
We're going to reveal.
I feel like I've got to be BlizzCon reveals, right? Like that to me is always the. Although I love all the panels. God,
Community
stop
night
making
gets
this
a lot
hard.
of love.
I know. All right. Well, now it's time to welcome our All Access roaming reporters who will be checking in from all over the show floor all this weekend. First up, let's head over to the Mythic stage where Anna Prosser is getting ready for the opening ceremonies with just a few thousand new friends. Anna, how's it going over there? You ready to get started?
Yes, I have so many friends. Guys, welcome to Mythic Stage. I am so stoked to be here on the floor, ready to watch opening ceremonies. They're coming up in just moments, and of course, the excitement over here is palpable. This is the stage where we get to watch it in person. We've already been chatting about what we're expecting, and I can't wait to see what Blizzard is going to show us. If BlizzCon is kind of our family reunion, and we're all sitting down at the table, this is where Blizzard tells us, here's going to be the topic of conversation. So I've just been chatting with some of my new friends. This is my new friend, Pip. Pip, how are you doing today?
Good.
You look fantastic. Tell us about your getup.
What was that?
Tell us about your getup here. Tell us about your costume.
Well, I'm Diva.
Obviously, you look fantastic.
What was that?
You look fantastic.
Thank you. So do you.
Thanks. Where are you coming from today?
I come from Orange County.
Awesome. Not too far to come. What are you most excited to see in opening ceremonies today?
I want to see Ajara.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And do you guys agree? No? Yes? Okay. I think that these people are just so excited to watch opening ceremonies start. Yell as loud as you can. What is it that you're hoping to see today in opening ceremonies? Blizzard, you have heard the people speak. They want all of the things and more. I can't wait to see the reveals, and I am so excited to be here with you on All Access, roaming the floor this weekend. I'm going to see everything there is to see, and I'm going to be bringing you the behind-the-scenes content that you are hoping for from home. If you can't be here with us in person, we're going to miss you, but don't worry, we're going to be taking as good of care of you as we possibly can. Rachel and I are going to be here. You're going to meet her in just a second, but right now, all of these people are just waiting to see what we have in store for them, and me included. I personally am always looking forward to the things that I can't expect. So when someone asks me what I'm looking forward to, Michelle and Alex, I never know what to say because I'm just looking for more. Now, here we are in Mythic Stage, and if you are at home and you've never been here, I just want to tell you a little bit about what it's like to be here at BlizzCon. This Mythic Stage has so many people that it's just a sea of faces, and usually when you see a sea of faces, you see kind of something intimidating. But what I love about BlizzCon is seeing all of these faces that look open and ready and happy and excited to be friends. As we heard in some of those opening videos, and as you've heard many times, there are no strangers at BlizzCon, just friends you haven't met yet. And I have known that to be true so many times. As I sit down and strike up conversations about where people are from, what they're looking forward to, and all of the things that BlizzCon has to offer. I always tell people that BlizzCon is one of my favorite conventions because not only is it something that we celebrate together, not only are we passionate about these games together, but it's something that we share in an attitude. It's something that we want to celebrate simply being together and being a family. Now, I get to chat with you here on the All Access channel, and that is such a privilege because I know that if you could be here, you would be here. We wish you were here, and we're going to hopefully make you feel like you are. So with that, Alex and Michelle at the desk, are you guys ready to take us back?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. First off,
Anna.
I love that they were prepared for all of the things.
All of them.
Yeah, they were like, all of the things,
What do you
please.
guys want? All of it.
All
Everything.
of the things. And I'll put Anna down for hashtag BlizzCon reveals.
That's right. That is
One
what
vote.
she is into that. But like Anna said, that she is not our only roving reporter today. Let's head on over to the Overwatch Arena where Rachel Querico, a.k.a. Seltzer, is standing by with a very special guest. What's up, Seltzer? You ready to get this payload moving or what?
Oh, Michelle, we are on the payload. We have figured it out. This arena is hyped. And on the topic of friendship, I couldn't imagine a better person to be master of ceremonies over here. We got Golden Boy on the desk for the Overwatch World Cup. Longtime friend of mine, big fan of games. Alex, we got to see you host the Overwatch League all season long. Now you're here for the Overwatch World Cup. I want to know, as an Overwatch fan, what's going to be the difference between what happened at the league and what's happening here at the World Cup?
Well, obviously, it's a pleasure to be here. First, I just want to say, what up, Arena? Yeah. All right. Now that I got that out of the way, I think the big difference here is that, the Overwatch League, it's great competition. It's amazing to see some of the best players in the world compete. But I think what makes this so special is that this is a celebration. It's a celebration of BlizzCon, a celebration of Blizzard, but it's also a celebration of Overwatch. The World Cup has been such a great experience for so many of these players, so many of the fans, and an opportunity to cheer on your favorite country, or maybe just, cheer on whoever the heck you want to cheer on, because whatever. Right?
Go Finland.
Yeah, go Finland, right? Go South Korea, go Canada, right? Whatever you want. I think that's what makes it so special, and it's second to none in my opinion.
Well, Alex, this is a celebration. Oh, excuse me, one moment. USA, USA, USA. I just had to. I shouted out Team Finland, but I'm here for Team USA. They do a great job every year. They're out in force. And we talked about this being a celebration. You guys doing something fun today, tomorrow maybe?
We thought a lot about how we wanted the desk to be this year. So it's going to be myself, Brand, Sideshow, and Reinforce. We got some great casters. We got Uber, X. We have, ZP and Jake. How can I forget about Jake? The Jake Rat in the house. But as far as the desk is concerned, we're going to do some ridiculous things. It's going to be absurd. There might be some pyro. And it's going to be great. Someone in the back actually is very, very mad that I just said that, but there will be no pyro, sorry. But we're going to do ridiculous things, and it's going to be awesome, and you're going to want to watch it all.
Oh, well, Alex, you are quite the entertainer. You've been bringing us so much joy, so much excitement into esports over the years. I'm so excited to have you as our host here at the Overwatch World Cup. Anything you want to say to all your fans, everyone watching, and everyone who's excited to see some Overwatch this weekend?
It's going to be great games, but you know what? I have one thing I want to do. You just gotta let me do it one time. USA, USA. Yes! It's so easy. It's so easy.
So easy, a child could do it. Well, Alex, you can clearly rile the crowd here at the Overwatch Arena. I'm going to be popping in all weekend long to check on the games. Anna and I are actually going to be doing a little esports coverage this year, too. So hopefully we can check back in with you later. But for now, Alex, Michelle, take it back.
Thank you so much, Rachel. Oh my God, so much fun going on.
He's got so much energy. It's so much fun every single time he is on camera. I'm just like, thank you, Golden Boy.
I love that
Hope to see Zoe a little bit more too. I love her.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Overwatch League's great.
All right, guys, it is time to send it over to the Blizz Couch. That is right, the Blizz Couch is back, where Malik is standing by with Blizzard Global Esports Director Kim Fan for an esports preview.
Thank you very much, Alex. We're going to kick off this year with one of my favorite traditions of BlizzCon. I'm here with the Director of Global Esports at Blizzard, Kim Fan, because I'm a fan of you, of course.
Thank you very much.
Kim, thanks so much for joining us for our first esports update. I can't tell you how much I love sitting here and chatting esports with you every year. And let's go ahead and dive in deep. First off, I do want to say, though, congratulations on the baby.
Thank you so much. I'm at BlizzCon as a mom this time, so it's super exciting. I wish I could bring him here, but he's only 2.5 months old.
You got some energy? You ready to do this?
I've had plenty of sleep last night.
All right, let's go ahead and dive straight in. We're going to go ahead and start off with the Overwatch World Cup. Have you gotten a chance to check out any of that?
I did, but you know, I think the appropriate person to give this update is you, Malik, because you were actually at 3 out of the 4 stops for the group stages.
Yes.
I heard you were in Korea, LA, and Paris. I know you're excited about France versus Canada, but was there anything exciting from the group stages that you wanted to talk about?
I just think seeing South Korea and the fact that the skill gap between South Korea and the rest of the world has closed, I think that's what's gotten me excited, because I honestly feel like this is the BlizzCon where anybody can win. Any of those 8 teams can come out victorious. And yeah, I mean, the marquee matchup is Canada and France because, you know, there's a lot of trash talk between those 2 teams. But I think this BlizzCon, we might see somebody that's not Team South Korea walk away with the championship.
Are you going to say Team USA?
Like I'm going to say Team. I'm not going to do the chant and everything. I know everybody's going to start it. They're probably chanting in the arena right now. But yeah, Team USA looks very strong. I think all the other teams are kind of scared of them. They got this bravado about them. The way they're walking around the building, they're confident. They've been boot camping. They're ready for it. So it's going to be a good World Cup for sure.
Yeah, I would love to see another country defeat Korea. This will be exciting.
Indeed, indeed. Now, yeah, like I said, France and Canada, that's the marquee matchup. People are definitely going to want to check that out. But you know what? It's going to be good to see the World Cup play out on a global stage. But while we're on the subject of global stages, Hearthstone is actually doing things differently at BlizzCon this year. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, so this year at BlizzCon, we have the Hearthstone Global Games. It's kind of the same style as Overwatch World Cup style. It actually debuted last year, and we had it culminate at Gamescom. So it's super awesome to have it here at BlizzCon this year. Again, you know, you have national pride. You have players and teams cheering for their country. And I think we're very excited about China because China is not only represented in Overwatch World Cup, but you also have a China team in Hearthstone Global Games. So kudos to China.
Indeed, indeed. And I've always known Hearthstone to be an international game, so it's cool to have people playing on teams now.
Yes, it is.
That's going to be really cool to watch.
It is great to watch.
Indeed. Yeah, let's go to a game that's more your bread and butter, Heroes of the Storm. I know that one's near and dear to your heart. How are you feeling about the competition and what happened during the opening week?
So, well, speaking of China, the team from China, the One, actually made it out of group stages. And I think a lot of people were not expecting that. China usually doesn't make it out of the group stage. But the match that we really all want to see and what everyone is talking about is the 2 titans, the 2 rivals. It is Genji from Korea, previously known as MVP Black.
Our champions from last year.
They are our champion from last year. People want to see them against Team Dignitas, the best player in best team in Europe.
Yeah.
And you know, those 2 teams have gone at it. Everyone is expecting Genji to win, but you know, they met each other in the finals of the mid-season brawl in an epic best-of-7. It was so close. Genji won. So I'm expecting Team Dignitas to come back strong, wanting revenge and hoping for their very first BlizzCon title.
Okay.
But you know what?
Yeah.
You guys have to keep an eye out for a wild card, and that is Miracle from Korea. So, I mean, you know, I know in Overwatch you call them the dark horse, but you know, I'm going to call Miracle a wild card here because they are the only Korean team to be able to defeat Genji in the Korean League season. Not once, but twice. So, I don't know. You have to keep an eye out for Miracle, but I think we all want to see Genji versus Team Dignitas.
I'm always up for a team coming out of nowhere and taking the championship, though, so I will be keeping an eye on them for sure. But let's go ahead and move forward to WoW Arena. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe you told me this is the longest running championship that's been happening at BlizzCon.
It has been. Yep, the arena.
Wow, wow. So who should we look out for this weekend in WoW Arena?
Wow, there are a lot of fan favorites in WoW.
Yes.
So if I had to pick a fan favorite for a player, it's of course Sea-Doo. Everybody loves Sea-Doo. He didn't make it to BlizzCon last year.
I remember that. People were very sad about that.
They were, but he's back. So he's back with Method Orange.
Okay.
And so I'm sure everyone's going to be excited to see him. But if we're talking about favorite teams and the marquee match, you all have to watch the Gosu crew, which is a North America team, up against probably the best WoW Arena team, Method Black, play against each other. And there is a huge rivalry between these 2 teams because, you know, they both have the best rogue players. Everybody knows Peekaboo on the Gosu crew. And then they want to know if he's better than Waz over on Method Black. And so it's really the battle of who's the best rogue player, but also, of course, who's the best arena team. And I'm super excited to see this one. This is the talk of all through opening week, so that's what you guys have to watch. And then, of course, on the World of Warcraft stage, we do have the World of Warcraft Mythic Dungeon Invitationals, Mythic Dungeon All-Stars, I'm sorry, taking place as well. So it's super awesome to see that tournament on that stage. You know, a lot of great representation from teams all around the world. I think other regions are performing better in World of Warcraft esports than ever before. So we all have a lot to be excited about.
Indeed, indeed. It's going to be cool to see it all play out over the new meta, too, that Battle for Azeroth has brought along, too. So I'm really excited about that. But we got to go ahead and move on to our next game, which is StarCraft. There's a lot of talk going around BlizzCon about a non-Korean possibly taking the BlizzCon championship for StarCraft. We have Cyril, who is looking amazing. But then there's Maru, who is still top tier as well. Tell me, how are you feeling about the competition going into this weekend?
You know, we have the perfect bracket for that. Let's talk about Cyril. I mean, Cyril really does have the best chance to take BlizzCon this year. He is sitting at the top of the WCS circuit standings right now with over 14,000 points. The next player only has, I think, 3,000 points. Cyril has won the championship 4 times in the circuit and has never been done before.
That is crazy.
4 titles, like he's not sharing his trophy with anybody. So I know he's eyeing that BlizzCon trophy for sure. And then, you know, on the other side of the world, you have Maru, who is dominating the Korean standings. He is #1 on the Korean standings, and he has won every single GSL champion. That's 3. And that is really hard to do in Korea when you're playing up against the very best of the best. So, you know, the 2 titans here across the world, they are going to face each other. Well, I say they are going to. We all want to see them face each other in the grand finals. Anything can happen in StarCraft. The players are all amazing, so, you know, I'd be happy, but I think we all want to see who is going to take the title there.
These dudes are having incredible record-breaking years, so this is basically like an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object, in a sense. It's crazy.
And you know what? If Cyril takes the title, it will be history. We will make history, and all of you here today will get to witness history and watch it if that happens. So definitely tune in.
That's going to be sick. Well, Kim, before we go, is there anything else that you're really looking forward to here at BlizzCon?
Well, on Saturday, I always look forward to all the finals. But if you're talking about today, the thing I'm most looking forward to is the StarCraft Remastered show match. I mean, I love me some RTS, and I love StarCraft. So that's taking place today with the winner of ASL, which is Africa Star League. That's Rain, going up against the champion of KSL, the Korean StarCraft League, who is Last. So you have Last versus Rain in an awesome exhibition match on the StarCraft stage today. Don't miss it. It's going to be awesome. 2
living legends right there. That's going to be awesome. Well, Kim, thank you so much for joining us for our first esports update here on the All Access channel. And guys, I'm Malik Forte. I'll be with you all weekend, keeping you up to date on all the esports action throughout BlizzCon. But for now, let's go ahead and throw it back to our hosts, Alex and Michelle.
Hey!
Thanks so much,
It's always good to see
Malik.
Kim back on the couch. She used to be a host, actually, at BlizzCon for a while.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So
It's like
thank
coming
you so
home
much.
again,
I
Kim.
know. All right, guys.
There's a lot of stuff going on in esports. That was like
There really is.
an esports weekly update that
It used
was
to just
intense.
be like 2 esports. Now there's like every franchise outside of Diablo has it.
And I'm actually really excited about it. She mentioned it, Kim mentioned it right at the end, the Rain versus Last, the sort of expedition match, because a lot of times you don't get those specific players that can actually cross-pollinate.
Absolutely.
And it's just super fun, man. StarCraft 2.
Base is just so talented these days. All right, guys, now we're going to send it back over to Anna, who's standing by with BlizzCon executive producer Sarah Lynn Smith.
Hi there, guys. Anna Prosser here on the BlizzCon floor, catching up with Sarah Lynn Smith, who's the executive producer of BlizzCon. This is your first year as executive producer. How does that feel?
It feels fantastic. This is my 7th year at Blizzard, my first year having this role with BlizzCon, and I just love it. I mean, BlizzCon's really special to Blizzard and all the employees. We start planning, I think, in January for the entire year, and there's thousands of employees that are here and an extended BlizzCon team. Yeah, so I feel fantastic. I feel excited. I'm also very proud of the teams. I mean, this is the 12th BlizzCon for Blizzard, and, you know, our events team, our broadcast team, the extended BlizzCon team, there's so much talent and love put into the show. So yeah, it's feeling great.
Well, as executive producer, you have your hands kind of in everything. You're overseeing so many parts of BlizzCon, so you probably have a perspective that's really unique. For people at home who are just learning about BlizzCon, what would you say is your favorite part?
Oh my, if I had to pick one? Well, my favorite element is probably our Dark Moon Fair area upstairs, but I really love seeing what the community brings to the show. So I definitely am looking out for our cosplayers. I love our cosplay community. And then like the esports pros and the exciting action that will bring, the casters on stage. But I also really just love all the stories you hear about the human connection that's happening. I was at the BlizzCon benefit dinner last night, and I heard from a woman and her husband that had met playing WoW, and the first time that they met was actually in person at BlizzCon several years ago. Also was talking to an Army vet, and he was stationed in Germany for a while, but wanted to continue leading his raid on the East Coast, so he asked for this crazy late night shift, and hearing stories like that is always heartwarming.
Totally. Now, we are setting up for the opening ceremony. People are always super excited to find out what Blizzard has in store. I know you can't tell us too much, but can you give us any hints of what we can expect?
Well, there's a lot you're going to be wanting to stay tuned for there. We're going to have Mike kick it off, and then just like last year, we'll throw to multiple stages. We'll be broadcasting from multiple stages. So after that, I don't think there's anything else I can reveal. You're going to have to stay tuned.
That's fair. Thank you so much, Sarah Lynn. And I can't wait for the opening ceremony, so we'll see you soon.
I love that Sarah Lynn Smith is taking on the job of being the producer of this entire show.
It's just a small job. Not really much going on here this weekend.
Just a little tiny job.
Just a little thing called
EP
putting on BlizzCon. All right, now it's time to check out one of the great on-demand videos available right now on BlizzCon.com. Here's Faces of War, Battle for Azeroth.
For the Horde.
So today is fun. Today is something kind of new for us.
We're in the Activision Capture Studio up here in Santa Monica. This is a facility where we can do motion capture and video and texture reference of actors.
We're over on the facial capture stage, and what we're doing is we brought in our actor Jordy, who's playing Anduin, and we basically have him sitting inside a sphere of cameras.
It looks more scary than it actually is.
It looks exciting though.
The cameras are all synchronized together, and so Jordy's going through all these stages of different emotional states. What we need is that moment of realization, the calm.
By sort of striking different poses, we can basically capture a whole range of different types of muscle movements in the face, from the areas around your mouth to the eyebrows, up, down, sorrow, joy, happiness, you name it. In the past, we've spent a lot of time trying to go for building a character from scratch. And that is an amazingly fun process.
But you can take a long time finding your way. So creating a digital scan of an actor, that gives us something real to start with. And then recording our actor's performance gives our animators a very inspirational point of reference as they bring the character to life. Cut, hold that. Nice, let me see how that one looks.
We were extremely lucky to find Jordy Holovar.
Not only is he really good at the performance side of it, but he also looks enough like the character that we can kind of push and pull things around and stylize his face until it really fits in the World of Warcraft. Yeah. You're cheering everybody on for the Alliance, you know? Yeah, the Alliance. Awesome.
Not only can you see the budding of a very good actor in Jordy, but you also get the sense that he's a genuine person. I think we could have cast somebody a little bit older, potentially with some more experience as an actor, but I don't think that would have rung as true as finding a young man.
This is sort of his coming of age, where now he's in charge of this really big army, and he's faced with a choice. Am I going to follow in my dad's footsteps, or am I going to be my own kind of king? And so there's an uncertainty to the character that, by the end of the movie, hopefully gives way to a purposefulness, And we just really felt like Jordy had those qualities. And action?
We're always going back to humans. We're going back to the references that we can find in the real world, whether it's an actual human behavior or simply a stone wall. Once we've done that, that's where the creative freedom starts.
Well, it's all acting, you know. Animators are actors. They act through their characters, and it's kind of a slow motion process, but they do have to inhabit those roles. If we have to find our own way, there's a lot of trial and error. There doesn't seem to be any real good substitute for somebody coming in and just bringing all of their instincts to bear, and in just a moment, you can capture something that feels completely natural. Right now, you're twisting and this arm kind of goes away. Maybe this arm can be kind of like out like that. Yeah. Shooting reference for animation isn't a new thing by any means. Disney did it back in the day. They would shoot on film, of course, but it really is the same process at its core. It's relying on the intuition of actors, of real human beings, to try to be in a moment and give you something that feels true, that feels natural. Yeah, I think it's great stuff, Jordy. And so we recorded on video, and we put our helmet cam on, and we get all our tracking dots, and we run it off our phone, and we get these amazing close-ups where we can see every little thing that the actor's face is doing. But it's still, in the end, the same thing that they were doing back in the day. What we're doing is just, you know, applying the latest tools to that process.
For the Alliance!
And cut.
Nice, great.
All right, we are less than 10 minutes away from the start of opening ceremonies, which is bonkers. I'm so excited for everything.
I know.
But real quick, let's find out what you're most excited to see at this year's show.
polls.
Here are the results of our first all-access hashtag battle. Whoa!
It looks like BlizzCon Reveals is beating out everything at 80%. I know Malik wanted BlizzCon Esports.
I think I won.
I think this is just for, you know, people looking forward to the reveal, and then they're going to be all about esports.
Or the panels. I could see this completely flipping. Once all the reveals are happening, then they're like...
do this a little later.
And it's like 100%. I just want to see the panels. Because that's the best thing about
Completely
opening
changes.
ceremonies, right? Is they're like, and this is happening. And you're like, what does that mean?
Right.
How do I? And then later they're like, all right, here's an hour. We'll tell you what that actually means. It's
I remember the first year Overwatch was revealed, and they showed the video of it, and everyone was like, is that a movie? What's happening?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And then you have to go to the panel to find out everything about it.
Yeah, that's always good when we get to do the deep dive. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah, for sure. And we've got people coming to the desk as well. But we're going to be having more of these hashtag battles in a little bit. We've got a question for you coming up. But in the meantime, if you're watching with us at a viewing party for BlizzCon, or even better yet, if you're cosplaying at a viewing party, take some pics and send them to us, and use the hashtag BlizzCon, and we might actually show our favorites on the stream throughout the day. So definitely want to see your cosplay.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Now, we want to remind you that this currently, what you're watching here, is a free preview, right? And it ends at 12:30 p.m. PST. So if you want to keep watching, you're going to have to need to buy a BlizzCon virtual ticket, which will give you access to every hall, every panel, every big announcement, all the talent and costume contests, and of course, the closing night festivities.
Yes, which is going to be a lot of fun. You're also going to get bonus in-game items for every Blizzard franchise, instant access to the entire library of those on-demand videos that we've been talking about up on BlizzCon.com, and you're even going to be able to play, like Alex said before, the World of Warcraft Classic demo, vanilla, at home, just like you were here with us at BlizzCon without the lines. So what are you waiting for? Go to BlizzCon.com and pick up your virtual ticket right now.
That is right. All right, we're almost ready to head over to opening ceremonies. But first, it's time for a quick word from our sponsor.
Aha! Lucio here! You know you gotta eat a good breakfast, right? You can't skate, dance, spin records, or save the world on an empty stomach. So amp up your breakfast with a Sonic Boost! And have some Lucy O-O's. Oh yeah, one more thing. Woo! They're part of this complete breakfast. Oh yeah! I know you want some of this. Overwatch never tasted so good.
Guys, that's 100% true. We are not joking.
They're good.
That's a real cereal.
They're good.
Yeah, that's a thing, guys. That's a thing. Lucio's is a real cereal and will be available in the U.S. starting December through Blizzard's partnership with Kellogg's. And you'll get an Overwatch in-game loot. I know, guys, I know.
So exciting!
Michelle literally said, I have to start eating them right now. But you're also going to get Overwatch in-game loot when you pick up a box of your own. This is crazy, and I love every second of it.
Oh my God.
If you're here with us right now at BlizzCon, you can grab a free sample while supplies last. I know, this is amazing. This is the most amazing thing ever.
They let me eat cereal on stream for the first time ever. Lucio's, they're so good. All right, I'm gonna chew this, but before we head on over to opening ceremonies, we have a special announcement for PC players on Battle.net. Guys, joining us now to tell us a little bit more, Bungie game director for Destiny 2 Forsaken, Steve Clotton. What's going on, man?
Hi, Michelle. Thank you very much.
Welcome to our desk.
Is this your first BlizzCon?
This is my first BlizzCon, actually. Well, at least here at a desk on stage. This is it's like, this is amazing. It's incredible. I'm super excited.
Yeah, the energy here is always just bonkers.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Well, talk to us about Destiny 2. I'm a big fan of Destiny. I think it is super fun to play.
Thank you very much.
So tell us what's going on since launch and what's happening.
So I do have an announcement I'm going to make in a second.
He's going to make an announcement!
Yeah. Since Destiny 2's launch, we spent a lot of time, working on the refining the PC version of Destiny. To make sure that we had smooth keyboard and mouse controls, uncapped frame rate, 4K support right out of the box. But we've also spent the last year improving a lot of other parts of Destiny 2, the core of Destiny 2. We added deeper engagement, RPG elements. We got a lot of feedback from the community, and so we went back to the weapon systems and we revamped the weapon systems. We added new weapons. We improved a lot of old weapons. We added new features like collections and triumphs. I mean, we added a lot of systems.
Look, as an achievement hunter, I'm a big fan of that. So
I have to say,
add that in.
Destiny 2 was literally the first game I played on my ultra-wide monitor. And I was so happy because every time a cutscene happened, I was like, hey, guys.
Oh, and that's the way to watch a
I was like,
cutscene.
what are you guys using your stupid bars? This is a no-bar situation in my office right now, which is amazing. So listen, I've been loving the game. I know that lots of players have been loving the game. Getting into all of the raids and the new end-game content.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about what's coming and what's been happening.
Yeah, so, well, first of all, the Destiny 2 today is a huge improvement over the Destiny 2 that we launched last year because of all those improvements we've made. And the reception from the community has been amazing, but there's more to come. We know Battle.net players, we're waiting for the right time to jump in. We saw a lot of new faces this year in Destiny Universe, but we also we see a lot of people kind of waiting for the right time to jump into Destiny. And so
really?
I think today,
is this an announcement?
I think today I'd like to make that
like
decision a little bit easier for them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it?
So starting today through November 18th, Destiny 2 is going to be free to all Battle.net players.
Oh, come on.
Yep. You get to as long as you go in, register, claim your free gift. It's yours to keep forever.
Until November 18th.
You got till November 18th to do it.
Till November 18th to claim it, and then you own it for free.
You own it forever. You own it forever.
Guys,
it's free. Yeah.
Go play the game. Come on.
Yep.
Not bad. Not bad at all. That's pretty cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, no, it's and then for the current players, we have an exclusive in-game emblem that we're going to give them. It's going to be available in December. And it's a one-of-a-kind, doesn't exist anywhere else, so we're really excited about that, too.
Does this be like, hey, you played it before then, or does everybody get it, too?
This is the existing Destiny 2 community right now. Yeah, so that's you. It's just you guys.
Yes, you get a little special thing.
So, and you're also running another free Gambit trial through for this weekend, or when is this happening, the Gambit trial weekend?
Well, first of all, if you're not familiar with what Gambit is, I think a lot of people might not be, right?
Yeah.
Gambit's a new mode that we released in Forsaken.
Yeah.
It was a hybrid mode. It was a PvE and PvP kind of a very new experience that was unique to really something that only Destiny could do.
Yeah.
If you like shooting monsters in the face, if you like competitive modes, if you like taking down giant bosses,
I am into
we love
shooting monsters in the face, and I want to hear more from you and everything about this. but we have to get to opening ceremony really quick.
I want to say when the free trial is. The free Gambit trial is November 9th to the 11th.
9th
so
to
that
the
is
11th.
for all
9th
Destiny
through the 11th,
2 players.
guys.
I love it.
Guys,
Yep.
if you want more details on Destiny 2 and Gambit, you can find additional information on DestinyTheGame.com/BattleNet. And if you've never played Destiny 2 on PC, it's starting free today until November 18th, so grab it while you can.
Oh, yeah. All right. It is time for opening ceremonies. Enjoy BlizzCon 2018.
You know there's more out there, don't you?
No one can stop death. From you, I have learned patience, my son. It's about time.
They're all counting on me.
Push forward!
Why would you do this?
You have earned your warrior's death. The world needs us now, more than ever. Are you with me?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Blizzard Entertainment co-founder, Mike Morhaime.
Thank you so much, everyone. And welcome to BlizzCon 2018. I think, like many of you, BlizzCon will always be like home to me. And it always feels good to be home. Okay, now I do this every year, and we're gonna do it again. How many of you are here attending BlizzCon for the very first time? How many of you have been to 2 BlizzCons? How about 5 BlizzCons? And how many of you have been to all of the BlizzCons? I've been to all of them too. And I want to acknowledge a very special couple who have also never missed a BlizzCon. My parents. I can't tell them how much I appreciate them and their support. Unfortunately, my dad's under the weather this weekend, but they're watching on the stream today. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Whether you're a BlizzCon veteran or are joining us for the very first time, you are among friends. Welcome. Okay, and let's also give a big shout out to everyone joining us via the online stream. Come on. As you know, I'll be passing the baton to my good friend J. Allen Brack this year. But before I do, I'd like to take a moment and reflect a little on the past 27 years. It's hard to believe what an adventure we've had together. When Alan, Frank, and I first started out, I never could have imagined all the places this road would take us. We thought we had it made when we completed our very own game from scratch with the Lost Vikings, or when Warcraft 2: Tides of Darkness became our first #1 selling game. And then I thought I was dreaming with our midnight launch events, signing boxes for players. We were totally unprepared when World of Warcraft exploded and transformed everything overnight. We hosted our very first BlizzCon right here back in 2005, and we were blown away by the response, and it has just gotten better each year. It's become a cornerstone of our community and a highlight of the year. I've been able to travel around the world, attending esports events and meeting absolutely amazing people. And earlier this year, we got to experience the Overwatch League finals in front of a sold-out crowd at Barclays Center. How far we've come. We've shared so many great experiences together, and your passion is what made all of them so special. To everyone who joined us on this epic journey, I just want to say thank you. Your support has fueled the creativity and dedication of our entire Blizzard team, and it has meant so much to me. Now I want to say a few words about our new president, J. Allen Brack. Many of you know Jay from his 12 years working on World of Warcraft. Well, you think you know Jay, but you don't. But seriously, Jay has been a great friend of mine since he joined Blizzard. He's led the development team of one of our industry's most complex, global, and influential games for over a decade, and he's done it with great integrity. He is a fierce champion of Blizzard values and a stalwart leader, not only of the World of Warcraft team, but within the whole company. He cares deeply about the Blizzard community and our employees. For all of those reasons and more, I'm proud and excited to see him lead Blizzard into the future. I want to thank you all again for your tremendous support. And now, please welcome to the stage the president of Blizzard Entertainment, J. Allen Brack.
Look at what you did.
What did I do?
You made this.
Yes.
Thank you, Mike.
It is awesome.
Thank you for all of your passion. Thank you for all you've done. We wouldn't be here without you.
Thank you, Jay.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
Mike Morhaime, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, everyone. That was a great moment. Mike is an amazing leader, and he's the absolute toughest act to follow. He's also helped put us all in a great position going forward in the future. When I joined Blizzard almost 13 years ago, I was motivated by the ability to create amazing games and awesome entertainment experiences. I admired the development-first culture and the Blizzard community. That's you. That's you. You're the Blizzard community. Everyone here, everyone watching. You're the most passionate, most dedicated players there are. Everything about Blizzard today, our games, our employees, the community, inspire and excite me more than ever. I'm exceptionally proud to lead Blizzard going forward, but I'm also humbled by the huge responsibility. It's a tremendous challenge, but what motivates us and what motivates everyone at Blizzard is the enthusiasm that you have. When we get feedback and the support from you enjoying our games, it helps fuel us to create more great content. It also drives us to create amazing experiences like BlizzCon. And we think of BlizzCon as the physical manifestation of the Blizzard community. BlizzCon is one of the places where the real magic happens. That's where we as gamers make connections with our fellow players and build friendships that make being part of the community so memorable. BlizzCon also showcases incredible creativity from you through the art, movie, talent, and cosplay exhibitions that you create. All of these come together and make the universes more exciting and make every day more fun. Our pledge to you as Blizzard is to continue to make the great games that you love, create entertainment experiences that you want to be a part of. Gaming can be an incredibly inclusive place. Collectively, work to include and uplift one another, build the spirit around each gaming community, and use it to make a better world. Let's look back at some of the great experiences that we've shared this past year. We came together as factions and took part in Battle for Azeroth, the latest World of Warcraft expansion. We performed wacky science experiments and explored spooky dungeons in Hearthstone. We challenged each other with new heroes and maps across Overwatch, Heroes of the Storm, and StarCraft 2. And today, for the first time ever, you can play Diablo 3 on the Nintendo Switch with the Eternal Collection. This package includes all Diablo 3 content, including Reaper of Souls, the Necromancer, and we're excited to work with Nintendo to bring it to the Switch console. These are games that we all love, and the place that we play these games together is Battle.net. We've had some additions to the platform over the last year for some great developers outside of Blizzard. We hosted a record-breaking number of players from Call of Duty Black Ops 4 a few weeks ago. And in September, the team from Bungie launched its current expansion for Destiny 2, Forsaken. We're pleased to welcome these games to Battle.net and make the Blizzard community even stronger. Outside of games, the community showed us something totally amazing and totally unexpected. Foremost among these was the overwhelming support for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Thanks to your enthusiasm for the Pink Mercy skin, t-shirts, and community streamer support, you helped raise $12.7 million. And that's the largest single-year donation from a company in the history of the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. So be proud of everything that you accomplished. On the esports side, we witnessed history in the making with the inaugural season of the Overwatch League and the televised Grand Finals event at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And we have huge amounts of esports to share with you this weekend. We have the Overwatch World Cup, the StarCraft 2 WCS Global Finals, the Heroes HGC Finals, World of Warcraft Arena Championships, and the WoW Mythic Dungeon All-Stars. And finally, the Hearthstone Global Games. There are so many incredibly talented pro players here. You know, let's take a look at what it takes to compete at this, which is the highest level of gaming.
This is about passion, dedication, endurance, the endless drive to find our limits and push beyond them. This is about sharing the love, making connections, keeping your head up, no matter what goes down. It's about remembering to celebrate victory and learn from defeat. It's about something personal. It's a hunger. A fire inside all of us, daring us to risk it all, to rise above the rest. This is our time. This is our place. This is for you. This is for all of us. Whether you play at home or in the arena, this is about more than games.
You know, the thing that comes through in that video is the emotion that I think we all feel whenever we're watching people compete at that highest level. You know, we watch to see the incredible level of dedication that it needs, that it requires to be there. Are you ready for an awesome display of esports championship this weekend? Awesome. I think I know why you're here, though, and that's to talk about the future and to talk about new video game content. And we're going to kick that off right now with StarCraft 2. Did you know that this year, StarCraft is celebrating its 20th anniversary as a game franchise? We've got a new co-op commander to show off today. It's on the show floor and playable. Our old favorite, Zeratul, is here. Our friends at Google DeepMind are also back this year with an update to talk about their work on StarCraft 2. DeepMind is on the cutting edge of artificial intelligence research, and they're working to create stronger bonds between humans and computers. StarCraft 2's unique qualities as a competitive game make it a really ideal challenge for any kind of AI work. And the hope is that this technology will lead to positive, or this work that they're doing will lead to positive advances in the technology. So you can get information about StarCraft 2, new co-op commander, and all the Google DeepMind stuff tomorrow on the Mythic stage for StarCraft 2. This year has also been a huge celebration for Heroes of the Storm. In addition to the team's usual cadence of unleashing your favorite Blizzard heroes and battlegrounds in the Nexus, the team also created themed events, new skins, new quests, and new storylines. And so, while Heroes of the Storm remains our love letter to our favorite Blizzard characters, it's also been a place where the Heroes team gets to explore things that are entirely new to Blizzard as well. Today, I have 2 Heroes videos for you. The first video is going to introduce a new hero born entirely in the Nexus. And she is going to show you that she can hold her own against some of Blizzard's most iconic characters. You get a sneak peek. The second video is going to have a sneak peek of a lot of the exciting video, or a lot of the exciting content that's coming into the Nexus. So BlizzCon, are you prepared to meet Orphea?
You have finally returned home.
Home? You destroyed my home. Slaughtered innocents. Left peaceful realms in ruins. You broke your promise.
I will not be questioned. Return to the tower at once. Fine.
You're wrong. Will fight. I will never stop fighting you. For my family. For the realm. For the Nexus.
See what I can do.
Impudent child.
Someone should probably stop us.
I'm Kevin from the Heroes Dev Team, and I'm here to announce your game.
Orphea isn't the only exciting update the team has for you. Check out the Heroes What's Next panel later today and the deep dive tomorrow for details on new content and new gameplay updates. In honor of Orphea, we thought it fitting to share her with our BlizzCon family. So Orphea is free for all BlizzCon attendees and virtual ticket holders. Enjoy Orphea, and we'll see you in the Nexus. Lastly, from me, coming up is an update on one of my favorite games of all time, World of Warcraft. With my transition to take over from Mike, we knew it was important to ensure that World of Warcraft has a leader who both understands the community as well as has a deep personal love for the game. We didn't have to look far for such a leader. I've known John for many years. He joined the WoW team to work on Mists of Pandaria. He then moved to Diablo to help create Reaper of Souls. For the last 2 expansions, he's led much of the development on World of Warcraft as one of my partners. He has updates about Battle for Azeroth content going forward. He also has some updates about what has turned out to be many of your favorite ice cream flavors. BlizzCon, please welcome, the executive producer of World of Warcraft to the WoW stage, John Haidt.
We really miss you. We miss you on the WoW team, Jay, but we are so proud to have you as our president. All right. Horde! Alliance! Welcome back to BlizzCon. We've seen some incredible moments in the battle for Azeroth. We witnessed Sylvanas' brazen attack on the Night Elves and the burning of Teldrassil. We saw the Alliance retaliation on Undercity and the retaking of Lordaeron, only to have it laid waste by the Blight. Both sides are racing to form new alliances and adorn their armies with the mythic power of Azerite. With the Horde retrenched in Kalimdor and the Alliance gathering strength in Eastern Kingdoms, the future of Azeroth lies in the balance. Alliance! The tides seem to be turning in your favor. The time to strike is now. Will you press your advantage and rally your new Kulturan allies to strike the Horde where they least expect it? Will you? Horde, You suffered a great defeat in Undercity, but you gained powerful new friends in Zandalar. Will you stand by them as the Alliance comes to lay siege to their homeland? Good. You've been preparing for war, and now the war is here in Tides of Vengeance. It's been a little over a month since we began public testing for Tides of Vengeance. We've received a lot of great feedback, and we are hard at work polishing the game for both Alliance and Horde alike. We can't wait for players to face our newest raid, the Battle of Dazara Lore. It's set in the Great Pyramid in the Troll capital city, and this is the first time ever in WoW that players will experience unique Horde and Alliance versions of the conflict. We also have a new Darkshore Warfront set in the ashes of Teldrassil. The Alliance will help the Night Elves reclaim and rebuild, while the Horde will continue Sylvanas' campaign of destruction. And Horde and Alliance assaults will bring the war to the shores of Kulturis and Zandalar. If you're wondering what lies in store beyond Tides of Vengeance, don't miss our What's Next panel on the Mythic stage later today. If you have questions, we also have a QA panel tomorrow. And that'll also be on the on the Mythic stage, and you can drop off your questions at the Dark Moon Fair. So, as World of Warcraft enters its 15th year, we reflect upon this game that has touched our imaginations, forged friendships, and, especially in my case, changed the very course of our lives. Last year, right here at BlizzCon, we announced that we are embarking on a journey to return to where it all began. And we're very excited to share our progress with all of you. Today, on the show floor, you can play WoW Classic. And if you're not at BlizzCon, you can download this demo using the virtual ticket. So you're probably wondering when you'll be able to play the full game. You have any guesses? Blizzard soon. WoW Classic will be released summer of 2019. This is a great opportunity to experience the original gameplay. And if you never had a chance to play the game then, you should see how WoW was 14 years ago. You should. And anybody with a WoW subscription will have access to WoW Classic. So I know you've had a lot of questions about how we're recreating WoW Classic. You can learn more about how we're faithfully restoring and recreating the game in a panel that we have called Restoring History, Creating WoW Classic, and it's tomorrow on the Mythic stage. So despite our differences as champions of the Alliance and heroes of the Horde, one thing brings us all together, and that's the annual charity drive. This year, our charity pet is this little guy. That's Whomper. So we're proud to announce that this year's WOW charity pet will go to support code.org. This is a nonprofit. It's a nonprofit dedicated to expanding computer science education in schools and increasing participation by women and minorities. We as a Warcraft community, as a Blizzard community, share these values, and we hope you consider adopting Whomper to support code.org. Okay. There is one more thing. World of Warcraft isn't just about epic battles and great gameplay. It's about mythology, the timeless heroes and the timeless stories and the heroes that move this world. So before I hand this off, I'm honored to present a special treat. An all-new cinematic for Battle for Azeroth, Lost Honor. Enjoy.
That's the last of the soldiers. We'll be calling up farmers next.
When this war began, I thought we were fighting for peace. But we're just fighting.
You're doing all you can to stop her, Your Majesty.
At Lordaeron, you had the chance to take my life. Maybe even end the war. Why didn't you kill me?
Could kill you now.
I spared you because I believed you have honor. Was I wrong? Do you want more innocents to suffer? The Horde...
I have given everything for the Horde! Blood for it, kill for it, and Sylvanas is destroying it. She will destroy everything. What I want is my Horde back.
Saurfang, tell me why you spared my life.
I hoped you would stop her.
I can't. Not alone.
Please welcome Creative Director of Hearthstone, Ben Thompson.
Words everywhere.
What is up, BlizzCon? Can everybody hear the Overwatch arena? Awesome. I want to send a special shout out to all of our folks watching at home right now. All of us, every single one of us here, wishes we were hanging out with you right now. Because they're all logging in later tonight before us, and let's admit it, we wish we were. So before I start, I have a quick story for you. My nephew is in town for BlizzCon, and I was so excited. It's his second BlizzCon, and he says to me last night, he says, "Uncle Jeff, I'm so excited for the new announcement." And I'm like, "Well, John, what do you think the new announcement's going to be?" And he says, "I really hope you announce that you're removing Moira from the game." I don't know. He must be a free-for-all deathmatch player. That's what I'm thinking. But it was an amazing year. I have to give a shout-out to Overwatch League, culminating in the amazing grand finals in New York City. It was so awesome. So awesome to be there. We're so proud of Overwatch League. We added a looking for group system so you can finally have a Zenyatta that actually wants to be playing Zenyatta on your team. We added an endorsement system, and I heavily recommend for that Reinhardt who actually uses the shield instead of charge, endorse him. He's a good teammate. We brought you to new locations like Rialto and Busan. And we had so much fun in Korea this year, bringing you the Diva animated short. And Retribution was fantastic. Watching you guys just crush that content and learn more about our characters like McCree and Reyes. It was so much fun for us. And we added a couple new heroes. We introduced Brigitte, and of course, Wrecking Ball, who you are all free to call Hammond all you want. We're happy for that. But there was one thing that I was most proud of the entire Blizzard community, and that was your contributions to Pink Mercy. We are so thankful and so proud of you all. You raised over $12.7 million. You literally have a chance of changing the world. Thank you so much for that. So as awesome as all of that stuff was this year, and how could I forget the Overwatch World Cup viewer and Lucy OOs? I know what everybody's having for breakfast tomorrow. But we like to come to BlizzCon to see new things, right? One of my favorite things about Blizzard and BlizzCon is the amazing work that the story and franchise development group does. These are the women and men who make the awesome Blizzard cinematics, and they are the same people who make the Blizzard animated shorts. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present to you, directed by the amazing Jason Hill, our latest animated short, Reunion.
We got trouble!
Jesse McCree. Been a while. You promised you'd write.
Well, Ash. I've been kinda busy.
We're pretty busy ourselves, so it's awful convenient you showing up today.
Yeah. You never been one to shy away from a good tip.
Hey, we worked hard for this score. You best move on now.
All I want is that crate. Everything else is yours.
This crate? Huh. Bob. Well, well. Now you got my attention. What is it?
That's none of your business.
Well, as I see it, now it's very much our business.
Doesn't always have to be this way, Ash.
Apparently, it does.
Bob got himself some upgrades.
Smoke him out of there! Last chance, McCree! Toss out your weapon!
All right, Ash. Here it comes.
Oh, shit! What the? McCree?
Sorry about that, Bob. No hard feelings.
McCree? Hey! Untie me, McCree!
Say hi to the gang for me.
I will not be ignored! I'm gonna rebuild Bob, and I'm gonna have him rip off your other arm!
Hey there, cowboy.
Welcome back, partner.
How long have I been gone?
Far too long.
What happened?
Well, that's a story for another time. But I got a call. We're getting the band back together. They want me, but really, they need you.
Jesse, wait. What are you going to do?
I've got some business to attend to. Say hi to the monkey for me.
Monkey?
Scientist. Whatever.
That was Reunion. We hope you loved it. We had so much fun making that movie. One of the greatest parts about making a movie like that is we love creating new characters. And there's so many new characters in that movie. Lots of people to introduce you to. Members of the Deadlock Gang, the mysterious robot. And the whole time, we're thinking to ourselves, could one of those characters be the next hero in Overwatch? How cool would that be? But there's a lot in that movie. Like, for example, could it be that awesome Omnic sniper guy? He'd be a lot of fun. Like, we could make a really cool hero out of him. Or maybe one of the three triplets, or all of the three triplets. Like, they'd be cool. And those guys, you're going to study them, and you're going to learn a lot about them. And then, of course, there's Echo, the mysterious white robot that we all want to know more about. But I'm thinking Echo needs more time. We need to spend more time before we're ready for Echo. But what about Bob? I think Bob would be amazing. But to be honest, during the making of Reunion, we fell in love with one lady that stole the show. And I now give to you the 29th hero in Overwatch. Please enjoy.
Funny. They say there's no honor among thieves. But that's not how things work around here. If you cross me, or if you break your word, there'll be hell to pay. You can count on it. Let's clean up this mess. You wanna try me? Poser. Back off.
Unstoppable.
burn it all down. Now that gets the blood pumping. There you are. I'm calling the shots. Bob, do something!
So please welcome to Overwatch, Elizabeth Caledonia Ash, the leader of the Deadlock Gang, McCree's old buddy. It looks like they're on rocky terms right now, I would say. Maybe they'll patch things up. She is an amazing character to play. Super high mechanical skill, which I know just between the small group of us and everybody at home is every one of you guys. Super high mechanical skill. That gun is so much fun to shoot, and she has Bob as an ultimate, which is just the best. And wait till you see the skins we get to do for Bob and Ash. It's a lot of fun. So she's going to be great. You can learn all about Ash at the Overwatch What's Next panel. They're going to talk in depth about Ash. It's going to be pretty amazing. But now there's a lot more BlizzCon to be had. I want to make sure that we have plenty of time for the other announcements. The next stuff is really, really exciting, and I'm super proud to hand it over to Pete Stillwell of Blizzard Classic Games. Give him a hand.
Howdy, BlizzCon! As we've seen this morning, there are so many new experiences to explore across Blizzard's games. But we're also here to discuss one returning from our past. A few years ago, Blizzard started classic games around a simple idea. The world should always be able to play the games that helped lay our foundation. Luckily for us, sometimes that means we get to remaster one. Yeah. So, on behalf of your dedicated men and women of Classic, I am honored to present the return of another Titan.
We never paid any heed to the ancient prophecies. Like fools, we clung to the old hatreds. And fought as we had for generations. Until the day the sky rained fire, and the new enemy came among us. We stand now upon the brink of destruction, for the reign of chaos has come at last.
All right, promise me you'll come by and give me that cheer every now and again. That's epic. Thanks, guys. 16 years ago, Warcraft 3 found me. The art was vivid, the gameplay immersive, the stories kept me in their thrall, pun intended. Warcraft 3 changed me. Because of this game, I wanted to create experiences with the power to move people. Because of this game, I became a developer. And because of this game, I joined Blizzard and I stand before you today. Like, epic. Reforged will be out next year, but if you're lucky enough to be at if you're lucky enough to be at BlizzCon today, you don't have to wait. We've got the iconic culling playable here in our demo area. For those of you not familiar, in it you command Arthas as he and his forces purge Stratholme of undead taint. It's a really key moment in his ascension to becoming the Lich King. If you can't join us today, spoiler alert, yeah, sorry. You've had 16 years, people, come on. If you can't join us today, don't worry. Our amazing Blizzard video team has got you covered. They put together some gameplay footage, and rather than wait, let's see it now, yeah?
Too late. This entire city must be purged.
All right, so Reforged is going to be an exciting new chapter for Warcraft 3. But before we part, I would like to take a moment to really celebrate War 3 and what it's already been. I mean, it set the stage for World of Warcraft. A very minor footnote in its history. Warcraft 3 put Sylvanas on her path to becoming Queen of the Forsaken. And it saw Thrall lead the Horde's exodus to new beginnings in Kalimdor. And it manipulated the hubris of young Arthas as he crossed that terrible threshold at Stratholme, ultimately leading to his destruction and his ascension to Lich King. And that's just the campaign, right? War 3 found millions of other players in other ways. Just like me, just like you guys. It changed us with competitive play that forced us to think differently. We forged friendships and sparked rivalries between clans over Battle.net. It empowered creators with an editor to help them bring their own dreams to life. And their custom games gave rise to new genres. Yeah. So, whether you're a campaigner, a ladder champion, a custom gamer, or you'll be new to Warcraft 3 Reforged, we hope you seize this opportunity to be found, to be changed, and to be inspired. On behalf of the men and women of Classic, we thank you for giving us this grand opportunity and purpose. So thank you. The other really great thing is, you know, the love for Warcraft 3 is pretty universal around Blizzard, and that led us to what we're calling the Spoils of War Edition. You can order that today, you can pre-order that today, along with the Standard Edition at playwarcraft3.com. To tide you over until Reforged actually comes out, Spoils will unlock a bunch of great content across the other games. That includes Diablo 3, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, both StarCrafts, and, of course, World of Warcraft, which features a meat wagon mount. So, we did a little begging, and the World of Warcraft team actually made the wagon's catapult function. Yeah. Critters throughout Azeroth will come to fear your wrath. For Reforged itself, Spoils will include 4 unique skins, all playable across whatever type of gamer you are. My personal favorite gives Jaina a warhorse so that she can become playable as Archmage in competitive play. Yeah, it's cool. If you want to dive deeper into everything else we have in store for Reforged, head over to playwarcraft3.com and join us today at 5:30 on the Mythic stage. The one and only Grubby will be hosting a few of our lead developers as we chat and see what's to come with Warcraft 3 Reforged. So I would like to jump back to Hearthstone. We've figured out the mic issues, so please join me in welcoming Creative Director Ben Thompson.
He's back!
Thanks, brother. Yeah.
Hearthstone fans, welcome to the Mythic stage. To my Hearthstone family waiting for me back at the Hearthstone stage, keep a bench warm. I'll be right back. We just had to do a little thing. They saw how big this announcement was going to be for Hearthstone, and they thought to themselves, we got to get them a bigger stage. So, in recap, the year opened with the Witchwood. As players took part in foiling the evil plots of Hagatha and her minions as they launched an all-out assault of spookiness on the general town of Gilneas. This was followed by the Boomsday Project, where we asked you to take part in experiments alongside and ultimately against the nefarious Dr. Boom and the scientists at Boom Laboratories. Now this brings us to the third and the final set in the Year of the Raven. It is during this time, the exploratory phase of the set, when the team is at their most fun. Whiteboards everywhere are covered with sketches and drawings and questions. Questions like, is there a disco maybe in an old mage tower? Do we awaken the old gods, perhaps? Ultimately, and here's the part you haven't heard yet, we wanted to celebrate the spirit of competition. We wanted to do so in a way that champions the beliefs and the culture of an ancient civilization. So as we pull away the vines and cut away the undergrowth of a proud arena at the center of Stranglethorn Vale, we ask you now, hey man, what you think about this?
By earth, by air, rain and fire. The only things a real troll desire. First to smash and to mash and to bash and maybe mangle. Here in Stranglethorn, you'll be warned. My lord's gonna trash ya. Say your prayers with voodoo, bashi bashi. Time for fun, we're gonna run ya through. Too bad for you.
It's only once a generation. One victor wins the confrontation. Standing here, got no fear. I'm the best in the arena.
Man you never seen a a hero, cut you down to zero.
Victory is no joke, careful at your door.
Cloak.
It's a star, it's how a star is born. Here in Stranglehold.
That's right, we're taking you back to the Gurabashi Arena to be a part of Rastakon's Rumble. Revisit the arena in its prime, when once a generation, trolls from across Azeroth gather their teams to fight on behalf of their Loa and for the glory of combat. We've been hearing for a while from our players, where's our troll set? And we thought it was high time to bring this proud people to the game of Hearthstone. So let's decide together, here and now, to reclaim just what it means to be a troll. We invite all of our fellow trolls out there, in fact, to close the forums for a bit. Set the keyboard down. That guy's still going to be wrong when you get back. Just pick up a spear and join us on the arena floor. Now, let's get down to business. Let's talk about some cards. The Hearthstone team would like to give you a brief glimpse into what we have in store for you in Rastakon's Rumble. And we'd like to start with a new keyword. Overkill. Overkill plays to the gladiatorial spirit inherent in the Rumble. As a grizzled competitor of the ring, you know that the way to a fan's heart is through a dramatic flourish and some theatrical showmanship. Basically, if you can deal more damage than you need to destroy a minion, you get a bonus. In Sulthrace's case, I'm going to say that clearly, you get to attack for as many as 3 more times in a single turn. Now, this kind of showboating is sure to draw the attention of more than a few fans. Fans that are so excited, they want to get in on the action themselves. Fans like this guy. Sharkfin Fan is a neutral minion who gives you a 1/1 pirate each and every time your hero attacks. Now you pair that with a weapon like Sulthrace, and you're going to get some board control, and you're going to get it fast. Now, the 9 legendary champions at the head of each class or team in the Rumble embody the powers of their animal god, or Loa, while in the arena. Each class also gets a spirit. This spirit promises powerful abilities to the player who summons them. The spirit-Loa relationship is a very important part, integral part even, to the set that this occupies. Let's take a look at a spirit right now. Now, the abilities found in these spirits are each different, and they're very class-specific. They have a lot of similarities as well. They're all 0/3 minions. They all have stealth for 1 turn, and they're all rare, which means that you get up to 2 in a single deck, maximizing the opportunity for some serious shenanigans. Now, ultimately, spirits are just that. They are a spiritual manifestation of the Loa they represent. But this begs the question, what are Loa? Loas are powerful gods, usually animals, who are worshipped in the troll culture. By aligning yourself with one of them, according to your class, they will fight by your side and guide you to victory. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what Loa calls to me? Well, if you're a paladin, you will be fighting for the honor of Shirvala the Tiger. Shirvala is a proud and noble Loa, not unlike the paladins who worship her. She's also incredibly powerful, power that comes at a cost. But consider the possibilities, if you will, if you've been investing your mana wisely on spells in the early game. Now, this is just the beginning. It's a brief glimpse into what's in store for you in Rastakon's Rumble. There's a lot more to learn, and we're going to share a lot of it with you over the next 2 days. Later today, there's a panel with later today, there's a panel that will show even more cards and dig further into the expansion itself with Peter and Liv. They're going to take a look at a number of these classes that we mentioned and a number of the interactions of the cards found there. Tomorrow, the Hearthstone's missions team is going to walk you through just what it takes to make the single-player content in the game. More importantly, they're going to walk you through the single-player content for Rastakon's Rumble, the Rumble Run, where you play as Ricard, an upstart underdog troll who needs your help as he travels to the arena in search of the title of champion for himself. And finally, on the show floor here at BlizzCon, both days, you get to try a special tavern brawl that uses just some of the new mechanics introduced in the Rumble Run itself. We are super excited for Rastakon's Rumble, and we hope that you will join us when it releases on December 4th. But if you just can't wait, pre-purchase begins today. So until then, the Hearthstone team will ask you, which Loa speaks to you? Now I'd like to pass it to my personal spirit animal, the lead game designer, Wyatt Chang.
Hello, BlizzCon! BlizzCon, we love Diablo. We love the way Diablo has brought millions of players around the world together to slay demons. Our modern world is an increasingly connected one. Our mobile devices keep us closer than ever to our friends, family, and loved ones. So we knew we want to use mobile devices as the platform for a new Diablo game, because nothing brings a family together like slaying demons. But we want to do it in a way that's true to Blizzard, putting gameplay first. We want to do it in a way that feels right for Diablo. We are making a full-fledged action RPG you can play everywhere with everyone. Now, I have a cinematic to show you, but first, allow me to set the stage. At the end of Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction, Baal had corrupted the World Stone. The World Stone is an object of immense power. It has the power to create worlds. The World Stone was used to create Sanctuary. Baal, one of the primevals, had corrupted the World Stone, and that corruption threatened to echo through all of humanity, turning humans evil and violent. The Archangel Tyrael, knowing this, made the sacrificial decision to use his legendary blade Eldruin to shatter the World Stone. What happens next? Let's roll the cinematic.
The World Stone. It was the power of creation and the birth of our eternal conflict. From the high heavens to the burning hells, our desire to control that power poisoned its very nature. And so, I gave my life to destroy it. But its corruption spread. If humanity is to survive, they must stand together and face the rising darkness. Though that may not be enough.
Diablo Immortal. We are so excited about this game. Diablo Immortal is our chance to explore 20 years of untold stories that happened in between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. What happened to Tyrael after the explosion of the World Stone? What was Deckard Cain up to during this time? Why did Malthael abandon heaven? I want to be there for the founding of the Demon Hunters and the golden age of Westmarch. We'll have new stories for beloved characters. We've partnered with NetEase to create Diablo Immortal. NetEase has been a close partner of Blizzard for almost 10 years, and their passion, dedication, and expertise have allowed us to bring Diablo to mobile. Now, I know what you're thinking. You want to see some gameplay. So up next, let's have a look at what Diablo Immortal looks like in action. Let's roll it. Authentic Diablo gameplay at your fingertips. We have new stories to tell, new skills for you to master. If you want to know more, we'll be back here on the Mythic stage in just a few minutes. For those of you who are here at BlizzCon, thank you. We are going to have we welcome you here to BlizzCon, and there has never been a better time to be part of this incredible Blizzard community. We have a demo of Diablo Immortal playable here on the show floor in Hall D. And for those of you watching at home, visit DiabloImmortal.com for more information about Diablo Immortal. There has never been a better time to explore everything that Blizzard has to offer here at BlizzCon and alongside the rest of this incredible Blizzard community. As you wander the show floor, take time to say hi to those of us here at BlizzCon. Everybody at BlizzCon wearing the blue crew shirts at Blizzard would love to say hello. Have fun, make friends, and have an epic, epic BlizzCon. Thank you.
This concludes our opening ceremonies. Mythic Stage's panel presentations resume shortly with Diablo, What's Next? Have a great BlizzCon!
Like and share if you enjoyed the video and think others might benefit from this, and of course subscribe and hit the notification button if you are new to the channel and want to be notified every time I post a video.